Hello and welcome to France 24's weekly music show with me, Marjorie Hash. Our guest this week comes from the West Fjords of Iceland and studied music in Denmark. She recently gained a following for her atmospheric and haunting folk music.
23 and I'm midlife crisis, wishing me to sleep.
Also coming up in today's show, we chat to British neo-soul artist Greentea Peng about her new album, Tell Them It's Sunny. Árný Margrét, thank you so much for being here on Arts 24. It's a pleasure. Now, your first album got many awards. You know, they only talk about the weather, rave reviews across Europe and fans across the world, which is no small feat for a first record. And you've just released your second one, which is perfect for this time of year when we're emerging from winter and slowly going into spring. Now, I read you specifically wanted this album to be very different from your first one. Why was that?
I think I was just ready to make it a bit bigger. The first album's like, it's mainly me just in my room, and it's written that way. And I think I was just not ready for a band setup. But yeah, I think I was ready now to like make it a bit different, a bit bigger, and yeah, that's kind of
Next
what it was. Yeah.
And now your album was recorded, amongst others, in North Carolina and New York, which are places that are very different from your native Iceland. You've actually got a song called Greyhound Station, which is an iconic feature of the US. And I was wondering how much geography impacted your songwriting?
I think it impacted it a lot. It was like most of this record was written on tour and just while traveling, yes. So I think like, traveling and experiencing stuff and growing up, I think it's just like, it had a lot of impact on the way I wrote this record, so yeah.
And working with American producers that play in
it's very different.
What do they do? How so?
I think like, it's similar to the way that I work in Iceland. It's just, I bring a song and we work on it together and record it, so it's just, I think it's different to work on music with someone in not your native language. And that was kind of like the biggest thing, but it's still like, it made me grow up a lot and I'm very thankful I did it, so it was really good to do.
Well, how about we check out one of your latest music videos, which is called Day Old Thoughts.
Saying what I think is right, maybe it didn't come out right. I'll think about it later, lose sleep about it later. Anxious, so I make myself.
A video that appears on the brand new Árný Margrét album, and a track you can find, and it's fantastic. It's called IMissYouIDo, this new record. Now, I read that this specific track, you've got a traditional guitar, of course, but you've also got percussions and even a Wurlitzer organ, and you've got a fellow Icelander with you on this record. Who is it? Who came with
it? It was Ásgeir. It was just an Icelandic band we got together. It's like, we worked together. We did a song together last year or the year before even. Oh my God, it's been some time. But yes, we worked together and we have like the same studio and stuff. So yeah, it just worked out.
And so he was a bit of Iceland coming into an album that was predominantly recorded in the US.
Yeah, I think like the first 2 songs we recorded for this album, we did in Iceland. So we started out there and then I kind of went out. But yeah, this was like one of the first songs we recorded.
And talking about all these instruments that have been added in, you know, the Wurlitzer organ, there's a bit of banjo. How did that come about when you were like, normally you were composing just you and your guitar, so were you imagining those instruments as you built the music, or was that with your collaborators?
I think I was really excited to like have banjo and more like folky stuff, like American sounding instruments, and that was kind of like what I was hoping for it to be. So yeah, it was just fun to do. Yeah.
And the themes you touch on in this record are very introspective. There's this idea of solitude and feeling unseen in particular. Notably in this track, Took the Train Till the End, which is very beautiful. And also the idea of healing childhood wounds. And now you're only in your early 20s.
Yeah.
What was it about that strong need for that? And what were those sort of traumas that are, I guess, universal?
I think like for me, writing music is mostly just like a diary for me. So this is how I do it every time I write a song. So it's just a diary, and I think it's important, and it's a very big part of me. And it's just how I do it.
And what were those feelings as a child that really upset you and that were like living on into your 20s? What were those?
It's just many things. It's mostly just me figuring stuff out about me and myself and how I am as a person and people around me. It's just a lot of feelings and thoughts and everything, really. So
On your records, you've obviously touched a chord because people really took to your previous album. Now that this one is out in the open and has come out, what kind of reactions have you had from fans? Have you had people come up to you or write to you? And
mostly just write to me. I haven't seen anyone really since. But yes, it's cute. It's like I've gotten really nice messages and comments and stuff, so it's been really nice.
And how do you exchange with your fans? Is it mostly, are you a social media athlete?
Yeah, I do a lot of Instagram stuff and Facebook, and they reach out a lot, and it's very nice.
Oh, well, maybe I can interest you in some neo soul with this artist who's got a touch of psychedelic tint. She's called Greentea Peng. She's from South London, and she is about to release her introspective new album, Tell Them It's Sunny, later this month, before embarking on a European tour. France 24's Jennie Ben-Brahim met up with her to find out more.
Hi, I'm Greentea Peng. I'm here with France 24 to talk about my new album, Tell Them It's Sunny.
We move not backwards, only forward. From West Ham to Norwood. We channeling, we at the altars, not the afters. We mash up regardless.
Greentea Peng. I came up with it in Peru after finding a very, very delightful box of green tea. In London, we use the word peng to describe anything nice or tasty. And I said, well, this green tea is peng. And literally, it's kind of been with me ever since.
No time for the heart, no. No, no, no. I do this shit to do it honest. I do this shit to do it honest.
This album is a lot more introspective, created in a time of like quite big transitions in my life and as a woman. The 1 foot kind of is me having an existential crisis.
I'm fucking exhausted, messed up, distorted.
It explores exhaustion and distortion. I can often feel apathy towards the way the world is.
Is it too late for me? Oh, is it too late for me? Have you deserted me?
My mom is of African descent. My father's of Arabic descent, both of them mixed race. It's been a funny experience growing up with mixed race parents, really. Both of them like having no kind of idea where they're from either. It's forced me to kind of like cultivate my own roots in a sense. My dad loved classical music and like ska music. My mom loved hip hop and R&B. My stepdad was like a heavy metal guy. So I've really been lucky to be immersed in music from a young age. You know, I love Lauryn Hill. The Fugees was probably my first tape. My mom gave that to me when I was probably too young.
Gonna find you and then
I mean, Finley Quaye.
I'm a hero like Robert De Niro. I'm known as a Rasta man.
The Clash had quite a big impact on me.
London calling to the underworld. Come out of the cupboard, you boys and girls.
I love London, you know, it means a lot to me. Freedom of expression, that there are just kind of no rules, you know, and that everything and anything kind of goes. Everyone can find their tribe in London.
So I must take the lead, even if I lack the faith. And I'll try and meet you there. I'm sorry I'll be late.
And you can catch Greentea Peng on tour across Europe and here in Paris on May 20th. Árný Margrét, we're talking about touring a little bit. I'm sure a lot of your fans are going to be eager to have you back on stage. Now, no dates announced for now, but maybe you can tell us if you've got any plans at some point. Or
Yeah, I think my team's like working on stuff in the fall, Europe, something. So yeah.
Yeah, how much do you enjoy being on stage? Is that your favorite part of the job?
No, it's not. But like sometimes it can be really like, it gives me a lot sometimes, and it really depends on the day, like how I feel about it. But yeah, most of the time it's nice and it's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
I think that'll come as well with experience
Yeah, it
over
does.
the years.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Árný Margrét, for coming on Arts 24. Reminder to check out Árný's new album, I Miss You, I Do. We're going to play out with K-pop star Jennie. The South Korean artist rose to fame rapping with girl band Blackpink. Her first solo album, Ruby, has just come out with contributions from producers El Guicho and Diplo, who worked with the likes of Björk, Rosalia, and as well as many artists. And we've also got featurings with Dua Lipa and Doechii, which is huge. Here's one of the record's many bangers, like Jennie.